Hey Yahweh, hey Yahweh, hey Yahweh. That's looking good as well. I can do this, Yahweh. Hey ya, hey may ya, hey ya, hey may ya, clothing style, ya home. Above and beyond clothing. Day 233, 0101. White suit, black TH shirt, purple stripe tie. Es ist so leicht, es ist so leicht, es ist so leicht. Ein bisschen Coca etwas später. Jetzt erstmal das Reel hier zu posten und dann weiterzumachen. Ja, mit dem Journal, Yahoo, Yahoo. Hey, hey, ja, hey, ja, ja, hey, ja, ja, hey, 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 ja, hey, ja, ja, hey, ja, ho, hey, ja, ja, ho, hey, 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 ja, 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 ho, hey, ja, ho, hey, ja, ho, hey, ja, ho, hey, ja, hey. Hey ya, hey me yo, hey ya, ya home. Hey ya, hey me yo, hey. Hey ya, hey me ya, home, hey ya, me ya home. Hey ya, hey ya, home, hey yo, hey. Hey ya, yo. Hey ya, him ya, home, ya, hey. Hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey ya, hey ya, home, hey yo, hey ya, home. Es ist so leicht, es ist so leicht. Es ist so schön und leicht, ja, home. Hey, ja, hey, 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 ja, home, hey, ja, hey, hey, ja, home, hey, ja, hey, hey, ja, home, hey, ja, hey, ja, ho, hey. Hey, ja, ja, hey, hey, ja, home, hey, ja, ja, hey, hey, ja, home, hey, ja, ja, hey, ja, ja, home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, home, hey ya, hey, hey ya, home, hey ya, home, hey yo, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, home, hey ya, hey yo, him. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, home, home, hey ya, hey yo, hey, hey ya, hey ya, home, hey ya, home, hey ya, home, hey ya, home, hey ya, hey ya, home, hey ya, my journal, yeah, home. Oh, nine away, no meeting, that was just a false alarm with the right intention, yeah, hey, yeah, home. My facial hair, how I'm taking care of myself and everything that I've got, yeah, hey, yeah, home. CLC Journal for Yahoo, Yahoo, Yahoo. Hey, ya, hey, and I'm playing a little bit of YouTube on the side. Yeah, hey, Yahoo, Yahoo, yeah, hey, him. Hey, hey, ya, hey, Yahoo, hey, Yahoo. Hey, you, him, Yahweh. Hey, him, Yahweh, him, Yahweh, him, Yahweh. Hey, him, Yahweh. Hey, can do that, we can do that, Yahweh. Saved projects, are they not saved? They have to be saved, right? They have to be saved, right? Ah, 28 days before expire. Okay, that is fine. We have gotten it in here. Yes. I immediately perceive Gary Rogers' global belief system, and I am finding massive psychological value. I am immediately perceiving Gary Rogers' top 2 human needs, and I am finding massive psychological leverage on them. Yes, I am immediately perceiving Gary Rogers' identity, beliefs, and finding massive psychological leverage out of those. I am immediately perceiving Gary Rogers' rules and finding massive emotional leverage out of those. I am immediately perceiving Gary Rogers' value beliefs and finding massive emotional value leverage based on those. I am immediately perceiving Gary Rogers' situation-specific beliefs, and I am deriving massive psychological leverage out of them. Yes, I am immediately perceiving Gary Rogers' meta programs, and I am getting massive emotional leverage out of those. March 22nd. I immediately understand and appreciate my client's world. I find leverage that is personalized for my client. For Jess, this was how her daughter will have the same pain that she has. A more powerful point of leverage would have been to show and tell how she will have the same relationship pain that Jess had. Oh, ein kleines bisschen YouTube Music, ja, hey, oh, treating my body kindly and nicely.
Shalom everyone, my name is Eris Soref, I'm the president of One for Israel. I'm sure
For Shalini, the leverage was already there, but it came in the moment when he pointed out that she was feeling unalive and that she had been for years. For Gary Roger, the pain of leverage to get him to change was immediate unbearable levels of pain of his father having died from being overweight. For Prema, it was her most important value, which is fun. For Gary Breaker, it was to show him that he wouldn't have a long life otherwise. Get it? Alright, so let's take a look at the YouTube comment here and see what sound settings he's talking about. Another session, Yahom, it is easy, Yahweh, hey, Yah, hey, Yah, hey, Yahom, hey, Yah, hey, Yahim, hey, Yah, hey, Yahom, hey, Yah, hey, Yah. ya hey oi me ya ya hey ya hey oh hey ya oh me ya hey ya hey. Hey hey ya hey ya oh me ya hey oh hey ya ya hey me ya oh me ya hey hey ya ya oh me ya ya oh me ya ya oh me ya hey ya ya oh me ya me ya me ya ya oh hey ya oh me ya Am I counting wrong? On the 29th, that was 31. Is that correct? Am I counting incorrectly here? But the sound is fine, that's alright. But thank you for the tip, bro. Content, let's take a look here. Tomorrow we will have 34. Alright. It's easy. That's fine. Okay, back to the practice. Mic is fine. All good, all good, all good. The point of leverage can be an immediate pain or immediate pleasure to change now. The techniques that I have noticed and ingrained. Confusion technique, colon. God and dog, comma, black and white, saying how people visually tend to go into confusion states. Ambiguity technique, colon. And it is hard to imagine because you had to live by his terms. Taking the blame off her, colon. And you had to be with a father like that and a brother like that. Honoring the real good qualities in the client. Best the qualities that he wants to be acknowledged for, colon. For significance, dash, specialness, comma, uniqueness, comma, strength, comma, how they have done well. Technique to break the conditioning with the blueprint, colon. The model of the world. It didn't even work for your father. And it didn't give him one of your most important values. Delineating, colon. That does not mean redefining your daughter, testing your trust does not mean she doesn't love you. Intent, colon. Your intent is not to love, have her go through the same pain you went through. Linking father's values, colon. Responsibility to the negative behavior. To kind of entrap the person. Now more music, Yahweh has leicht. Noticing the client's particularities and being aware of those, Intellectualizing, overly emphasizing feelings, dramatizing, telling himself he already has the benefits to avoid feeling the pain of loss, using softener words for the negative consequences. I always find the pattern, the need that the client really is after, and I use that for global leverage, On top of that, I'm utilizing language that they gave me, values and rules to reinforce the new behavior, connect existing resources and strength to the new behavior. I break the old pattern by associating pain to it, and also by associating futility to it, It doesn't work, it never has. I break technique. Talking to the audience about the client in third-person view. Talking to the client in first-person view. New belief, If you do this, or behave like that, then you will just go back to the old pattern. Pervasiveness of the new pattern. If you trust your daughter more, whom else would you trust more? Showing and telling her the cluster of new value or qualities. For Jess, it was all about developing a new quality and stopping an old behavior pattern. For Shalini, it was implementing new belief patterns. Bringing back previous conversations, topics, That's why I said intent. So she is not hurt like you were hurt, isn't that what you are driven by, Redefining the meaning. My mother was weak, so I got strong. First part. Did she, or was she just gentle? More gentle than you. Second part. Did you, or did you go reactive? Redefining the meaning of the parts of this belief. Weak dash. Which is not a bad thing. Strong dash. Which has not accomplished much. Consequence, consequence, And what happened to your daughter as a result of that, Intent, But did she want to make you strong? Or what was her intent, Redefine, Because your mother was not there at the level you wanted her to be, you got reactive, you got pissed at her and resentful, So you're saying because your mother wasn't there to the level you would have preferred her to be, and you believed she didn't do what was necessary, you started to resent her, Talking to the intent. That deep part does not need to be protected anymore. In fact, it would be the only thing that would truly protect your daughter. And in protecting you, you leave your daughter fully exposed to your childlike rage, does that accomplish the purpose, And in protecting you, you leave your daughter fully exposed to your childlike rage, does that accomplish the purpose, Technique delineating. She rejects growth. Generalization. 2. She rejects growth. When it is attached to anger. No, actually, anger is quite primitive. Are you judging her lack of response in the same way as you judge your lack of feeling? Technique, To reinforce her desire to change, I point out that she stood up, and that there is a part of her that wants to change. So now he has understood and appreciated his model of the world, now he is digging for leverage. Dash. Opening and interest. She has done that. Pointing out the options that she has already exhausted and the consequences of that behavior not working. For every pattern, I identify the thought patterns that surround and strengthen that belief. I identify the feeling that likely came from it. I make it one of my signature strategies to point out the likely behavior patterns of coping and defense mechanisms that come from that. I tell my client the defense mechanisms and how this is impacting the people in his life. I point out the coping mechanisms and how they affect the people around him. I am pointing out the feelings that come as a result of this behavior, and the feelings he is likely missing out of a result of this behavior. Technique. I am pointing out the qualities that he already displays and linking them to the new desired behavior. Technique justification, colon. Even if it had been helpful at times. Language pattern. Not to limit where we live, but to experience something even more. Delineating the pattern, colon. She likes green, she just doesn't trust green because thinks it lacks strength. Technique. When I don't know what to say or where to take the conversation. What is missing in your life? Question mark. What do you have the biggest communication challenge with? Question mark. Whom? So I define the pattern. I define where it comes from. Came from. The model of the world, what needs is this pattern meeting? Is this really making you feel certain? Question mark. So once I have identified the pattern, I decide which type and what kind of leverage I apply to change. Leverage of needs, leverage of rules, leverage of pain it creates in other people's lives, leverage of past pain it had caused, linking past pain that she already had to that pattern that she could have avoided had she gotten rid of that pattern earlier. How this pattern led to you evaluating some choices in the past. How it ever pushed somebody away. Have you ever pushed somebody away? Question mark. It was that behavior. Intent, colon. Now, why would she do that with her mother? Question mark. Leverage. Sharing how other people that she doesn't like are like her in that way, and showing her how she is very much like people she dislikes. Dash. Utilizing the mirror principle. Showing how other people react to that pattern in the people she doesn't like. Dash. And how people are going to react to her behaving similarly as a result. Mirror laws as leverage. What she doesn't like in others. Dash. She built a reaction based on that. Dash. So I can infer that from every overcompensation into one extreme, there is the fear of what she is being reacted against. Weakness. And it is unconsciously manifested because it is feared. dash in order to be integrated. That's going to be content. Yes. Thoughts are pointers. Dash. They point us towards unresolved conflicts if they are just rambling, but nonetheless they manifest. Leverage, colon. All of that out of her willingness to stay in red with her own daughter. Reading her core beliefs, colon. I'm tough, comma, don't mess with me because I have been messed with my whole life. Jess, leverage. She loves red. She loves green. Acknowledging her anger. What she is teaching her daughter as a relationship model. Her daughter's future pain of being abused. Daughter controlling her. Feeling alone even if she is around people. Trust. Freedom. No respect for her. Out of control. Out of control. Technique, delineating, colon. I see that inside of you, beyond what you puff up. What is? What would you have to believe that you don't believe currently? Question mark. It's easy. You need to do that. Leverage Shalini. Demonstrating how she is displaying the very qualities that she doesn't like in others. How she is living, perceived. As a result of that. How this pattern is preventing her from displaying the qualities she would like to have in herself. How this behavior is keeping her from experiencing her towards values and is pulling her towards her away from values. Leverage point, colon. Maximizing her potential. Eliciting rules, colon. Eliciting. What do you have to do to maximize your potential? Question mark. Successful person. Make her life her own. Independent. Responsible. Take care of the family. Never let her father down. Away from, colon. Never be unresponsible. Never be unsuccessful. Never be not there for the family. That's got to be heavy. That's got to be heavy. Fear. What if I'm not successful, comma? What if I'm not responsible, comma? What if I fuck up, question mark? What if I don't take care of everything, question mark? What if I mess up, question mark? Inside of her is a part that is never going to die, comma, not while she's got breath, comma. That's why she came to a place like this. Technique. That means there is a hunger inside of her in spite of what you see on the outside. Delineating the pattern from her essence. I see what is really real inside of you, beyond what you have puffed up. Technique justification, colon. Her father's intention is pure, comma, her father's intention is completely pure, dash. Because she would never let her father down or would agree to anything that would attack her father. Technique. She doesn't mean to be a bitch, does she? Justifying the old pattern without making her wrong. She is just trying to please everyone. Technique, colon. Cause in order to win, she'd have to be something she is not. That's how trapped that poor woman over there feels. Talking out aloud for her and her feelings. Now you came here because this is the last thing you want to be. Technique delineating this pattern. The patterns. You didn't come to this on your own. You came to this as an adaptation. It has been so long that you thought it was you. Right, 38 minutes. Let's take a little break and then we keep going.